wasn't even on. Yeah. So finally, we were able to get water in it. We have water storage tanks, and with a pump, they were able to filter the water in it. So I'm very thankful for that. Man, any testimonies? At this time, I'll read the mission story. It says, "New way to find a wife." After a few houses, a door opened, and a woman of about 40 looked out. "Who are you?" she asked. "Why did you knock on my door?" Bingnu and Jarek explained that they were Christians and wanted to speak about Jesus. "I'm getting ready to take a shower," the woman said. "I'll ask my husband if he wants to talk with you." She shut the door just like her neighbors had done. Xingnu wondered if she would come back, but she returned after several minutes. "My husband doesn't feel well and doesn't want to talk," she said, "but I'd like to meet with you and hear more about Jesus. Can you come back?" The young man agreed to return. When they knocked on the door later, the woman invited them into her living room. About 10 people were seated there. They were eager to hear what the young man would say about Jesus. Among the people in the room was a young woman named Maja. For some time, she had been reading the Bible on her own. She also had been praying for a good husband. Young men in her town smoked and drank, and she wanted a husband who was faithful to God and free from addictions. After the meeting, Maja said to the woman who had invited her, Zignu will be my husband." Wow. A short time after the meeting, Zignu invited Maja to a Bible study in another city about 60 miles away. She went, and the two began to correspond by mail. The year was 1986, well before the advent of cell phones and email. The next year, in 1987, evangelist Mark Finley held evangelistic meetings in the northern part of Nadsk, and Zignu invited Maja to attend. Every evening, she joined 1,200 other people to hear about Jesus in a packed movie theater. At the last meeting, Maja decided to give her heart to Jesus in baptism. The next year, in 1987, evangelist Mark Finley held evangelistic meetings in Nats, a city known for worker strikes and the Solidarity Trade Union. Zignu invited Maja to attend the meetings. Every evening, she joined 1,200 other people to hear about Jesus in a packed movie theater. At the last meeting, I thought I read this already. No, yeah. At the last meeting, Maja decided to give her heart to Jesus in baptism. Oh, they just repeated that paragraph. Today, Zignu and Maja have been married for 35 years and have 2 adult daughters named Maja and Natalie Zignu. Zignu is not only a pastor, but also a seminary teacher, church leader, and regular speaker on Hope Channel, Poland. He marvels at how God answered his prayers and Maja's prayers to find a good spouse. "My family came from the far north of Poland, and my wife came from the far south," he says. "It would have been impossible to meet without divine intervention." He credits literature evangelism for playing a key role in their marriage. I always tell young students at the seminary, you have to be very careful when you go door to door because you might just find a wife, he says. Thank you for your 13 Sabbath offerings in 2017 that helped build a television station for Hope Channel Poland. Zygmunt is a regular speaker on Hope Channel Poland, the local affiliate of Hope Channel International. My special music person isn't here. So we might have to, if no one has any testimonies, we're going to have to sing again. And I don't see the teacher either. Number 388, Redeemed, How I Love to Proclaim It. Read. Who's going to come up here and help me? Come, Becky. Redeemed, how I... 388. 338. 338. Redeemed. Redeemed, how I love to proclaim it. Redeemed by the blood of the Lamb.
Redeemed through his infinite mercy, his child and forever